Dragon Ball DAIMA's latest trailer finally released. There's a lot of awesome reveals, and there's a lot of things that line up with the leaks we've been hearing about. I'm going to be breaking that all down in today's video, as well as going over some cast interviews from the official site. So first of all, I want to get into the nitty-gritty with my theory, and it's a pretty popular theory, that this is going to connect to the Namekians of old, the origin of the Dragon Balls. We're going to be getting a deeply lore-rich Dragon Ball series with this, because we open up with the Namekian language being spoken. Now, this could either be by the bad guys, which we'll get into later in the breakdown, or this could be a flashback to the original Namekian creating the Dragon Balls or summoning them for the first time, because we did see that older Namekian in the other trailer. So let's just go ahead and look at the scenery here. This looks to be the Demon Realm. You can kind of see the Demon Realm architecture is very similar to Namekian architecture. This could imply that they're saying the Namekians are from the Demon Realm. Maybe that's why Piccolo called himself the Demon King. We can go ahead and get into that also, but let's just go ahead and scroll through here. And we actually get these little scenes of Goku as a child with Vegeta. Stuff we already know about. We've seen a lot of this in the other trailers. These are just like different, animation sets, you know what I'm saying? Bulma's obviously excited that she looks younger, good for her. And then we have more of the big fight with Goku and Vegeta from different angles. It looks really good, of course. This appears to be right here, the wish being made or being put into effect. It could also be an animation for just energy being coalesced into one location. But I would think it's like some big thing that they're doing for like a attack, or maybe the dragons, the wishes. So this is probably why episode 1 is extended right here. We have a remade shot of Goku finishing off Kid Buu. Now, this is obviously what they're watching from that room that we saw of the short guy whose name is Goma. So this is obviously Goma and the evil Supreme Kai looking at that there. And then this one I'll zoom in for real quick. This is them at Kami's Lookout. I wasn't exactly sure what was going on here, but when you connect it to stuff later in the trailer, it makes sense. So this is where things get a little bit interesting. So we have the evil Supreme Kai here. We have Goma right here, the short demon dude. And then we have Popo and Dende. This may be the new female villain Irisu, but it could also be a Namekian, because I'm kind of getting a Namekian vibe from the robe and the cloak. But again, that cloak looks like it could be pink. It looks like it could be Irisu, the new female villain. So we could be thinking that maybe the Namekian from the other trailer isn't an ancient Namekian. Maybe it's a Namekian currently residing in the Demon Realm that works for Goma. So that's an interesting theory. And then we also get some cool action set pieces here. Obviously, they're teasing the animation. It looks really good. Again, I wish I could play this through the video, but they will claim me immediately. So this is Goma saying, let's use the Dragon Ball. So that's basically how you know, if you're not looking at it visually of this shot, he's basically confirming it for you here. He's saying, let's use the Dragon Balls. And then obviously we have the evil Supreme Kai, or the demon Supreme Kai, saying no one is left to threaten you. So this kind of implies it's not a curse like we were led to believe. A lot of the leaks said it was a curse. They're kind of implying here that it's the Dragon Balls that they're using to make them into children. That way they can't threaten them. And then this is the new female villain Irisu that we heard about. Irisu is the name coming from Geekdom. He's had some reliable leaks, and as you're going to see in the trailer, some of his leaks were super reliable. So that's why we're going to talk about some of his other leaks that he talked about. But according to Geekdom, and again, this is according to Geekdom, but he's had some other leaks that were pretty reliable. This is the woman that's responsible for making the Majin Buu-like characters, or wanting to recreate Majin Buu. So that makes sense, and I like her design. She looks pretty cool. So they say it's about time, a conspiracy brews. And then this goes into what Geekdom was talking about, the demon conspiracy, about control over the demon realm and all these different factions vying for control. or this could be some sort of conspiracy about the world of Dragon Ball, Namekians, the origins of the Dragon Balls. I think it's a little bit more open-ended than we may think. And then we have this absolutely gorgeous shot of all these different shots from the Dragon Ball Z Buu Saga. I really like the Buu Saga, so it'll be really cool kind of seeing it remade here. It looks amazing. In an unknown world, we know it's the Demon Realm, actually, so... You know, that's just according to the leaks. And then they say, okay, let's do it. And then this is where the opening comes in, the new opening. We'll go over the interviews with the new music producers. And her name is Pansy now. So we officially know it's Pansy. And that's her official design. So the masked Majin that we saw in the other trailers, they're basically just going mask off and showing you what she looks like before it even comes out. And then this is Glorio, just introducing you to Glorio here. And then here she is taking the mask off. That way you can see the masked Majin is Pansy. Nice to meet you. Then we get Supreme Kai action here. Goku action here. And, you know, he's interested in the Demon Realm, though. You know, good for him. Oh, so this is the really important stuff right here. So this could be like a look at one of the big monsters. So that's cool there. I don't know if this is the Majin Buu-like character that they were talking about before, or if this is like some entirely other character. It looks like this could just be one of the demons that are in the Demon Realm, like this guy as well, for example. I'm very excited to get to meet like a bunch of different characters. This guy looks very similar to a character in Sandland. So it's cool that Toriyama was looking at those old designs here. And then Goku here, he's very chunky, which is very reminiscent of classic Dragon Ball, so I'm assuming that's purposeful. And then here's the blood. This is big. This is huge. So it's not a lot of blood, of course, but this is just a little bit of blood. So all you people that were complaining about Super having 0 blood, this anime being on later in the night on Friday in Japan is allowing for this. So be grateful that we're actually getting some more, I don't want to say like adult, because that does look like a minor amount of blood, but at least it's blood. At least they're going there. And the sky looks like it's darker and reddish, yellowish. So I'm thinking this could be Piccolo and Vegeta in the Demon Realm, or it's just late in the day at the Earth, if that makes sense. So let's just go ahead and look at this here. This is probably a teaser for the other villains in the Demon Realm that we've heard about. I know this guy is probably going to be set up as a big villain. And these guys look really cool too. I don't know a lot of information about these guys. These guys I don't think have had any major leaks about them, unless these are the other Demon Realm factions vying for control or trying to get the throne. So that's interesting there. And then this is the big one. Geekdom said that, again, this is Geekdom, according to Geekdom, he said that the Super Saiyan form for Goku was going to be featured in DAIMA, and here it is. And he also made a tease about Vegeta, and we saw Vegeta right here earlier in the trailer. Right here. So this has got me thinking, is Vegeta going to have a more major role than we're thinking? Maybe not at the start, but if Vegeta accesses something like Super Saiyan 3, I know a lot of fans will be happy. Geekdom was saying something about Vegeta accessing something that a lot of fans would want him to, or something that's overdue or something like that. So that makes sense there. And this is going to be, I think, of course, Goku blocking Glorio's energy blast, because it looks very thin and straight. So that's cool that we're actually getting Super Saiyan Goku. About time. And he's just letting loose and going crazy. Okay, so this is Vegeta in the Demon Realm. Actually, no. It still probably might not be Vegeta in the Demon Realm because of the trees and stuff. So that's still a little bit open-ended there. More Goku action. And then this looks like the ending shot of the trailer. So yeah, there's some stuff that we can connect to the leaks, like the Evil Buu stuff, the Evil Buu recreation, the Demon Realm. So I tried to connect it to the leaks as best I could. Basically, everything here is probably pointing toward the leaks being even more accurate, so we'll probably see Vegeta transform further, then we'll get some more Majin Buu-like characters, so that's cool. So let's get into some of these cast interviews. This is Yumiko Kobayashi, the new Supreme Kai Mini. Again, they're still calling them Mini instead of Kid. I guess they're probably not calling him Kid. That way they don't have two Kid Gokus running around. So she says, Dragon Ball is a series that changed my life. So simply to be able to audition for it made me so excited. I said to myself, I have no more regrets. I never expected to be chosen to play a role. So I'm genuinely scared that this all might just be a dream. I'm sure that Dragon Ball Daima will offer people the experience of a great adventure they'll never forget. Please stay tuned. And then I find it interesting that they recast the Japanese Supreme Kai, but they kept Goku. Of course, you're going to keep Masako Nozawa for Goku. I wonder how that's going to translate to the English release. They'll probably cast the young Goku voice actress who is currently voicing Goku, and Shanshima will probably return just for episode 1. We have Glorio's voice actor, Koki Uchiyama. He says, I never expected to be able to play a role in Dragon Ball, so I'm honored to have had this fortune, to be given this opportunity. The series has been made so that all sorts of people can enjoy it, from fans who love the series deeply to those who may not be familiar with it yet. It's full of not just amazing action, but gorgeous imagery that makes each episode dizzying to watch, so make sure you'll be able to see it all through the end. Yep, exactly. So apparently this probably plays more toward what they said about all episodes being finished, so I hope you'll be able to see it through the end. So apparently this guy knows what the end is. He's obviously recorded up till the end, so that's interesting about that. Pansy Feru I. Again, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. I think, doesn't she voice Jolene Kujo in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I'm actually starting to remember that name. Does she? I haven't done my proper research on that. If she does, that's interesting. Good for her. She says, I'm so full of a feeling of honor to be able to lend my voice to a series like Dragon Ball that is loved all over the world. I believe DAIMA is a series that is packed full of the charm of the Dragon Ball world. There will be a lot of traveling to various places during the series, but each place will be full of its own entertaining drama, so I think people will be able to experience it as though they're along for the adventure. I hope you'll all enjoy it. Again, a very interesting quote there. And then we're going to get into the opening. Again, I couldn't play the opening, but obviously, it's out there if you guys want to listen to it. This is Zed. I was very surprised to see this. So they actually went out of Japan for some of these guys, so that's interesting. As far as I know, Dragon Ball's mainly been with a Japanese cast, Japanese people working on it, so this was interesting. He says, I was incredibly honored to even be considered to produce the music for Dragon Ball. I grew up being such a fan, and I never thought I would be able to work on something like that. I've always aspired to write theme songs and score music. Composing music for something that influenced many of my childhood years is an absolute dream, so that's good for Zed. Yuki Nojo Mori says, it's thanks to Dragon Ball that I've been able to surpass my own lyrical limits time and time again. However, to be honest, I've always secretly worried about just how far my words can keep up with the growing strength of Goku, lol. But Toriyama-sensei has done it again. By changing the direction from battle to adventure with Daima, he's led us to fresh excitement. If ever you feel hurt and your heart feels small, I hope you'll sing along with this fanfare I created together with Zed and CNK and think of your Daima company. May courage light your next step in life. This guy's quote is very inspirational, but notice he says from battle to adventure. So they haven't like directly stated it in any of the trailers, but this guy's quote is basically confirming, according to that leak from a while ago, yes, this is less Dragon Ball and more Dragon Quest in terms of focusing more on an adventure instead of on the action-heavy battle stuff. And then we have CNK, Cleavy, and Keen. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing those names. Cleavy says, I thought we were played some kind of prank. I honestly wondered if we could handle such a big role. Keen says, when we were offered this opportunity by Dragon Ball, my all-time favorite to this day, my heart was filled with excitement. I look forward to seeing the new Dragon Ball Daima series to become a wonderful anime that will have an inspiration on children and adults alike. I'm proud that we were able to be involved with this masterpiece. Again, high praise, obviously coming October 11th, 2024. So yeah, that's my Dragon Ball Daima trailer breakdown. Again, I tried to connect it with the leaks as best I could, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I wanted to do more than just say what was happening on screen and connecting it to other things. Like, anybody could come up here and look at these designs and take a closer look and say that apparently the people driving this ship, Glorio ends up with a ship like this or similar to this. Very interesting. Maybe Glorio's part of their group and then betrays them. Who knows? So this is interesting stuff, and I'm very excited for Daima. Of course, it's coming out October 11th. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to keep up to date with all things Dragon Ball news and commentary, and I will see you in the next one. Peace off.